My name is James Towle, and welcome back to the American Trigger Sport Network. We are here with clips and tips, and Dan Reeves has brought one of his students with him, Peter Kornish, who has a very good career in shooting, and he's going to tell us a little bit about it right after Dan tells us what we're going to do today.
What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to take Peter out on this beautiful course. He's never seen it before. And we're going to find out how his adaptive skills are coming along, because that is what sporting clays is predicated on, that you be able to see what's being thrown in front of you, figure out whether it's smoke and mirrors or if it's really a distance type shot, how it's going angle-wise, and figure it out and solve the problem. So that's what we're here for.
Okay, and Peter, now tell us a little bit about how you got started.
Well, Mr. Towle, I got started in Scotland. My dad took me on a golfing trip of his because he always, since he was a boy, wanted to go play golf at St. Andrews. So I was kind of sitting around the hotel and looking at a list of things the hotel offered as activities because I had nothing to do. So Sporting Clays was on that list, and I told my mom about it, and we went on down to Sporting Clays range, and I got myself a lesson, and it's kicked off from that, sir.
Okay, and you were how old then?
I was 14.
You were 14, so you've been just shooting a year?
A year and 3 months.
A year and 3 months, and you had not owned a gun before going to Scotland?
No, sir.
And just for the golfers out there, you had no interest in golf?
Not much, sir.
Okay, so obviously the natural ability of Peter, which we are going to see today, he made the correct decision. So let's go out with amazing Dan Reeves and Peter and have a look at what we can do out here at this range today.
Okay, I'm with Derek and Pete, and as you can see, we've got our basic safety gear on here, ears and eyes. As the instructor, because I'm going to be looking at the camera, and for that reason only, I will not have the glasses on, but the gun will. The gun will always have their glasses and their eye protection on. Okay, now having said that, guys, we're going to shoot this overhead passing going away shot that's coming from a tower from behind us. We're going to try to use what I call the collapsing lead system, in which we insert the muzzle of the gun slightly underneath the anticipated flight of the target and let it close, let the gap close between the target and the front bead. So when it looks like it's almost ready to land on the end of your barrel, it's time to get busy. All right? Any questions on that one so far? You know what we're looking for?
Sounds good. Yep.
All right.
Give
You
it a
ready,
go.
Pete?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's have a go at this one, guys. All right. We're with Peter now, and it's his turn on the passing going away shot, the overhead shot. And he's going to be using a collapsing lead system where he let the target kind of almost set on the end of the bead before he pulls the trigger. And Peter, just for the rest of the guys that might be interested in what you're using for equipment, tell everybody about your shotgun.
It's a 12 gauge. It's a Browning 252 over and under, and right now I'm using IC and light mod chokes.
All right, that should be plenty of choke. All right, so yeah, the choke in the gun is correct. We don't want any other choke, though. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and let's load it up. Let's take a swing at this guy on your call.
Oh.
Nice get. All right, now you went by him and had to come back looking for him, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, this is my first time trying the collapsing lead system, and also I'm looking back for the target, which I'm not used to. So it's going to have a little hitches at first.
You know what? Don't you let me worry about the hitches. You just keep worrying about adding and expanding your base of knowledge and the techniques that you have available to you, because there is no one-dimensional shooter out on the Pro Tour that's making enough money to buy biscuits and gravy. All right? All right, here we go. Let's try it again.
Oh.
Sweet. Nicely shot. Okay, now, I like the fact that the stance and the weight is pretty normal, about a shoulder width apart, okay? We call it a semi-boxer stance here in the States. You don't want to get your feet too far apart if you can, because what it does is it takes the hips and shoulders right out of the swing, okay? Now, if you were trying to isolate a shot for exactly that, to keep from kind of washing around a little bit, you might go ahead and widen out a stance a little bit. If you're uphill, downhill, whatever, you would adjust so that naturally that you're safe that you're not going to wind up on your tea kettle with a gun waving around. All right, now that was nicely shot.
Thank you, sir.
Show me again to make sure it wasn't an accident. Let's do it again, okay? And this is going to be 1 and 1 on report, or 2 and 2 on report, please.
Pull.
Dead pair, nicely shot. All right, now I'll tell you what. I want you to look at the guys here and tell them, we all know that you're trying some new stuff out and that you don't feel as comfortable as you would as if you'd had 6 months of practice under your belt. But from just being introduced to the concept, from concept to the birds on the ground, took you 2 shots. All right, so it's not that tough, is it?
No, sir. No.
Okay.
It's very possible.
So we're going to stay open.
Right.
All right.
Of course.
All right.